My name is Dan Roden. I'm the Managing Director here of Bay of Fire's Pacific Oysters. We bought the business back in 2007. So we've been here for nearly 20 years and we're located on the east coast of Tasmania. The major focus of this machine at this stage is to do a lot of pre-grading to go out into our fattening area. So really concentrate on trying to dial in and get the best possible oyster we can heading out. We've got limited area which we can condition our oysters in, and it's really about maximising that production. With any new machine, everything has its own nuances. So we've had to really work on what's different between our old machine and this machine and try and really dial it in. We've had a lot of software upgrades to try and make that very specific to the oyster industry, and that's taken a few months, but it's been a great journey because now that software is really tailored to exactly what we need. For us, probably not so much because we already had a vision grader, so the reality is we've already probably got some of those benefits. But what we have noticed is the throughput. So certainly we're getting more oysters through the shed, which is great. For us at the moment, the most important thing is the quality of product that we're getting through. So that's the key. We still only have one lane here, so it's probably very similar to what we've already had. We'll really see that ramp up when the second lane starts.
But no extra labour necessarily.
No extra labour for a second lane, no. And that's the benefit. So we're going to go from grading 200 oysters a minute to 400, 450 oysters a minute with no extra labour. It's the quality of product that I'm really chasing. We wanted the closest thing to a hand grade that you can get. And we've had a vision grader and it's been fantastic, but it's got some real limitations. This machine, it's been a little bit of a joint venture between Bay of Fire's Oysters and GP Graders, where we've come together and put the experience that we've had, the real world experience that we've had using a vision grader, with the expertise of GP Graders to kind of create a hybrid between their oyster grader and another vision grader and try and get the best of both worlds. And even though it's early days, I think we're 90% there. A few more tweaks, the second lane, a couple of software upgrades, the addition of AI, which is really exciting because that's where GP are at the forefront in terms of this type of technology. So we're super excited in terms of how this machine will evolve over time. The cost savings shifting from hand grading to a vision grader are substantial. And not only that's the time saving. I mean, this machine currently, as you saw today, we were using 3 people to grade oysters. You know, we were running the machine approximately between 200 and 250 oysters a minute, and the grade we were getting out the end was fantastic. And we're only 2 months in on this journey, and we've still got upgrades to do. So you can't hand grade that type of product at that speed, at that quality, with only 3 people. You'd need 8 people to do the same thing as a vision grader can do. Oh, absolutely. And I think the oyster industry's been on that journey for a while now. I guess this is the next step in that evolution because we really are now drilling down on trying to make sure that hopefully we can get a better product. And if we can get a better product, the consumer gets a better experience, and then hopefully we get that pull-through effect, and ultimately we're chasing a better price. But also this is a key to our better farming practice overall. It has the ability to pull out our dead, it has ability to pull out our rejects, our underweight oysters. So we are using this a step before we go to market to improve the quality of our product. So it's now part of our overall value chain, which is really important. We really want the consumer to get the best experience possible, and if you want that, you need the best grader possible. essentially what happens now is that we can continue to value add to those products. So we take that 20-30%, which is currently not good enough, which improves the quality of the products hitting the market, but then we take that 20-30%, put it back out on the farm, and we turn that into a better oyster. We grow it for another 3 to 6 months. We go another size class. We can add the size and the weight that's required, and then that comes back in as a value-added product. So it's a twofold benefit, is that the customer's getting an instant improved oyster straight away, and that second 20-30% gets another bite at the cherry out on the farm, and essentially we get that back as a value-added product. So it's a double benefit for us in terms of our overall production cycle. The process has been great. From the moment they came down to the farm and looked at what we had and where we wanted to go, they jumped on board. It's a leap of faith of both of us in terms of they were producing something quite new and different, and I was investing in a product that wasn't a known entity. We didn't know what the final product was going to look like. There was no guarantees, I think, but we were both really confident that if we could just work together to get it right at each step of the way, we'd finish with a product that we were happy with.
Yeah.
And again, it's an evolution. This machine, this is number one. What's really pleasing is that number two has already been purchased, which is fantastic. So, we've already had farmers come to the farm and go, wow, this machine is great. I'm going to invest as well in this machine. So I'm hoping as more invest, we'll see continued evolvement of the machine, particularly in both the mechanical and the software upgrades.